Okay, so it's just a couple of tools, episode 2. I am very excited. I'm here with my buddy Jim Chappelle, the Master Electrician, and our first guest, Matt Chaperone.
Hello.
I called up one of my friends and made him come talk to me because I actually do have questions for you about financing with the skid steer shopping that we're doing.
Okay.
Now, I'm getting the terms leasing, financing, and purchasing. So that's why I asked you on the show, because I'm hoping you can clarify some of that.
Ah, perfect.
Cool.
Everybody, Jim's going to tell you what the show is all about, why it's called Just a Couple Tools.
Well, just a couple tools. We love tools. We love buying tools, trying tools. And I was going to talk about one of my favorite ones. It's a Hilti DX paddle actuated tool. But instead of talking about, how about we just go to site?
Let's go to site!
Hey everybody, how's it going? So I got the Hilti DX5 here. So I'm going to try and strap up a chunk of conduit. It's just the start of a run. So it's a great tool. It allows me to reduce the noise when I'm putting things up in the ceiling. I don't have to hammer drill. I don't have to make a ton of noise, but I can get moving forward on the project and come back later and support it every 5 feet as per code there. But let's throw up a piece, check it out, see how it works, and we'll go from there. Easy peasy. So I got the red shots here. They work really well in the building I'm in. You'll find out what you need. They have green, yellow, red, black, all depending on the amount of powder in there and how heavy you want it your shot. As well as you can dial up your plunger distance here, depending on what you're shooting into, what kind of product you're using. I find that the one works great here, and the red shots work great here. But anyways, the Hilti DX5, great tool. Gets conduit up. There's many different fasteners you can use. Great products. Check it out. Love it. Works really good. Cheers, guys.
Hey!
Cool.
Oh, that was really cool, Jim. Thanks for recording that and sharing it with us. That was awesome. So listen, it's time to get serious, everybody. So the hoodie, I get it. Some of you like it, some of you hate it, but the reality is that when we are working, we dress a little more professionally.
Yeah.
And I got some new stuff this week that I love.
That's pretty.
Right,
That's
the
a nice
urban
hat.
camo. I love the urban camo, you guys.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be wrapping the machines in, is this white, black, and gray with some neon yellow stripes on it. It's going to be awesome.
Wow.
But that's actually the wrong hat. This is the right hat here, isn't it? Okay. So, to Maddie, I am looking to procure a skid steer. And when I say I'm getting something, I not really am thinking about whether they're talking about financing, purchasing, or leasing, right? Those are the three things. So clarify what those are for me.
Purchasing, you're obviously just paying for the whole thing up
Okay.
front, whether you're doing it line of credit or cash. Financing, you're borrowing the bank's money to finance the whole value of whatever you're buying, whether it's the skid steer or car. And leasing, you're only buying a portion of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when would each one maybe apply? Let's get a little more specific between leasing and financing. Because
Well, like for me, I don't want to have a payment. When I bought my last truck, my wife was just about to have her first son. I didn't want to have a payment while she's on mat leave, so I just had some reserve funds plus from what I sold, bought the truck flat out. Is that a good idea? Bad idea? Like from a professional?
I always thought that you want to own something that appreciates in value,
Yeah.
but you don't want to be on the hook for the whole value if it depreciates, right? So financing, you don't pay for the whole thing until the whole thing's done. So if you trade it in at some point, you're only paying on what you've
Actually
not
used.
paid for, right?
what
So,
you used of the machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes
So
sense.
depreciation, that's a term we all hear thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
And I know we all say, oh, you buy a car and it depreciates when you drive it off the lot. My accountant uses the term depreciation. Sure, man. All I know is I have a truck and it works. Can you tell me what the hell they're talking about?
So they're talking about what the resale value of your truck is if you were to go and sell it a couple years after you bought it, right? So if you bought it for 30, it might be worth 15. That's $15,000 of depreciation,
Okay.
right? So if you're financing it, and what happens in the automotive world, people will owe $20,000 on something that's worth 15, and that's where the big problem starts because that $5,000 of value has to be put into your new loan.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. usage hours and kilometers. That's another thing that's come up this week.
Yeah.
You know, obviously if you're buying it, you can do whatever you want with it. But so, let's say I purchase 3,000 kilometers or hours of usage, and I realize before the end of the thing I'm going to run out. Can I buy more mid-contract?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. You can.
Okay.
You have to do it at the beginning, so you got to plan for that.
Okay.
And we're talking about leasing, right?
Yeah.
If you're leasing it, yeah. So leasing's great because someone gives you a guaranteed buyback value. That's
Okay.
essentially what happens. You're only paying for the amount that you actually use.
Yeah.
And you're not on the hook for the whole thing. But so let's put it in the terms of hours for you. Say you leased it with 3,000 hours a month you're allowed to use it
Sure.
for. If you know that your business is going to be under that 3,000, it's probably the easiest way for you to never get the depreciation we talked about a little earlier, because they're guaranteed to buy it back for this, right?
Okay.
But say you go over by 2,000 hours in your month with it. At the end, maybe you're over by 20,000 hours. You wind up paying for that anyway.
Okay.
So there was really no point in leasing it because they hit you back with over usage costs.
Okay. So it's a really good idea to give yourself a higher estimate of what your usage is going to be, closer to the real number, but you don't want to go under to get a lower payment. You want to try and be closer to what you're actually going to use, right?
Yeah, that they take that into account. Your residual value, that's the value that they're guaranteed to buy it back for,
Okay.
goes up as you use less kilometers.
Okay.
Right? So you're on the hook for less of a
Okay.
value.
But they're not going to pay any extra if you don't really use it. Right?
No, they don't. They don't pay anything. It's the dealership that you go and trade it into that'll pay you the extra for it if it has lower
On the trade
kilometers
back
on
side.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm starting to understand how you guys do this.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
that's a little bit stuffy. I got to talk about my favorite tool. How about your favorite tools, brother?
Okay, all right.
All
So
right.
my favorite tool that's in my place of pride. It's this kit right here. It's a Hilti kit that I got given
Slip
as a
the lid.
gift. It's got a couple different impact and drill combos in it. I like it because most of my gear is a different brand, and this one is the only one we have of Big Red and White because it's a top end brand, and I got given it as a gift. It's not something I would normally budget for. So, yeah, that is my absolute favorite kit.
Cool.
And the other reason why I stood up is because we have the draw for last week.
Oh, there we go.
So, it's a pretty
Small prize pool. There was only about 10 people that qualified, even though lots of people liked it, but
growing
thank
though,
you for
everybody.
qualifying. So, Jim, you were going to draw for, do you want to do a red hat or black hat?
You know what? I have some of each, so I'll just draw a name and they can
Pick.
choose.
Okay, draw.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, yeah, right.
All right. Ha! Jason Presti.
Okay, here, Maddie, you can pull
You
out.
get a brigade hat, brother.
Okay, you can pull out one for me, for the LCC.
Okay, let's see here.
Who do we get?
We get Darren Gleason.
Darren Gleason, okay, and I'm Jim, I'm going to pull out your other one.
Copy
And
that.
we got... Rob Mears. So, hey guys.
You need to DM us because if you've been following, you know that my LinkedIn feed is just insane right now, and I'm aware, and there's lots of information going out, and it's not the easiest to navigate. But I think what's really important to communicate is just why we're doing this, and that's really to help share the story of some of the other guys that we grew up with in our city of Calgary. We're all business owners. We're all trying to put our families, put our
on the
families
tables,
through
right?
life on a day-to-day basis, and we're really just trying to spread some fun and some good cheer. And the more you guys help us spread the word, the more fun we can all have, because the more stuff there is to give away and the more questions we can get answered. So that's pretty much it for episode 2.
Like, comment, share, give us some feedback. If there's anything you want us to review, tools, whatever, let us know. If you have it kicking around, I'll be happy to use it and check it out in the field, guys.
Yeah, that's right. We have a ton of tools. Like, Jim has a garage just like mine, but his all is about like electricity and lightning and stuff. So,
Magic wizard stuff.
and we've also got a bunch of friends that have other gear. So, the last thing I want to touch on is what we have coming up. Next week we're going to talk about lasers with my friend Keenan, and pew pew lasers. And then the week after that, I think we're doing lawnmowers, and the week after that, I think we're doing Internet of Things. So we've got a lot coming up. We're still hustling out in the field. We're doing
Absolutely.
concrete today. I was late for the show today, so it's
I was on time.
yeah, you're the only one on time. Oh my god. So that kind of wraps it up. Just a couple tools every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, exclusively on LinkedIn at this point in time.
Check it out if you like it. Tell some people.
All right.
Have fun and build some stuff, guys.
Bye.